All right. Good evening and good night, and welcome to the It's Your Perspective Talk Show. It is Tuesday, April 26th, 2022, and this is episode 453. And coming to you live from St. Croix, Virgin Islands, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until that's AST. Our caller number is working tonight. You can reach our guest tonight at 340-513-2469. The program is coming to you via StreamYard, which is linked in through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. On Twitter, you can hit us up at VI Perspective. On Facebook and YouTube, just search for It's Your Perspective Talk Show. Click the like, click the follow, click the notification bell so when you so you'll know when we get new shows coming to you. Bingy Soup still on special assignment. He'll be back soon. Rastafari lives. Want to give a mad shout out to CHS class of 1982. That's the year that Soup and I are representing. Also a shout out to all the classes of the 80s as well. And also too, I got to put in the music disclaimer. The music tonight that you're going to hear on this show, the guest on the show, this is his music. He owns the copyrights of the music on this show. And our prayers and his blessings equals one perfect love. So as we roll on here, we do have a special guest in the studio tonight. There he is, Cruz Rock. What you saying, my man? You good to go?
Yeah, man, everything blessed.
Yeah, man. Thanks for tapping in with us tonight. Really appreciate it, man. Just wanted to get you on the show because see you're just doing big things with the music. Still grinding hard, working hard, just representing. So how you been doing, man? With before we kind of get into the technical stuff, but how you been doing with the whole COVID thing? You've been managing well, and your family and all that's been holding strong.
Yeah. I've been blessed enough to not catch COVID. So
Okay, same here, man. So I guess we're taking the right things every day, you know.
yeah,
We're taking the right things, man. So what have you been up to, man?
Man, been working, man. Been working on the road and just working behind the scenes on my album, TV shows, concerts. So many things, man. So many things that I can't even announce now.
Okay. Still top secret, right? For sure. Okay. Because you were a guest on our show back, I guess, way before the hurricane started. You came on came in live to the studio, and so obviously you've just been grinding since then, making more music. So when is the album going to be dropping?
I'm praying that the album could be dropped this summer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been about 5 years since I dropped my last one that I actually won an award for.
Okay.
So this year, my eyes are set on, winning a Grammy, and that level of releasing an album. So
okay,
that's what the mindset is right now. So we're not gonna stop working on it until we feel like it's on the level to do that, which I feel like it's there now.
Okay.
But with all these great opportunities that have come in, I kind of just want to see them through, and then jump into releasing it.
Yeah. So I would imagine that doing a big show like that on NBC has just sort of opened up a lot of doors for you.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, some of the features that I've done over the last couple of months is what have brought me to NBC, to all these other big networks that want to work with me. So
okay. So how does that feel, man, when you get a call from an executive at NBC, saying, "Mr. Rock, we like you, we like your music, we got opportunity for you." I mean, how does that all how does that all go? How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's a surreal feeling. It's sometimes you gotta like pinch yourself, like damn, I've been working, especially when you come from a place like St. Croix that's so small.
Mm-hmm.
You have to work like almost your whole life just to you got to work 10 times, 100 times harder than everybody else because you don't have those millions of people following you like that.
Okay.
So it's an amazing feeling. I was seeing people saying I was the king of the Caribbean. I was like,
Okay.
Yeah, you know, they were just blown away by the performance, and they haven't seen an artist that, you know, artists like me that would combine so many different artistic forms, dancing, you know, the combination of all different languages and the vibes, you know, just to bring that whole Caribbean flavor. It's rare that you see someone could embody all of those things at
Okay.
once.
So I mean, were you here in St. Croix when you got that call, or were you away?
Man, you know, we was that show has actually been in the planning for like a year and a half.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they called me a while back. I've been through so much in between that time. And just I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, damn, I had a fractured ankle. I was down for like 5 months. And before that, it was, you know, filming with Beanie Man, you
Hmm.
know, with Amara La Negra. And
Yes.
that whole time they were like, we were talking and you know, planning this thing, you know.
Mm. So I would imagine that, you know, doing something like that is just a massive production.
Yeah,
Cameras
yeah.
everywhere, lights everywhere. I mean, you probably got just, you know, just a whole massive amount of people that are just controlling everything just to see what we see on TV.
Yeah. And I've done a lot of TV shows before overseas,
Hmm.
uh, you know, but yeah, that production right there was um, on another level. You know,
Okay.
that $1 million, like each performance is like, you know, like I would say $1 million worth of props, people working on set, you know,
Okay.
dancers, the dressing, the outfits. Um, it's $1 million performance. You won't see something like that regularly unless you see like the Grammys or you know something like that.
Yeah. What event was that? What was that called?
The show itself,
Yeah.
oh, the American Song Contest.
Okay, the American. That's right. That's right. That's right. So you guys were competing for a prize?
They say it's a prize. The prize is your music gets played on iHeartRadio.
Okay.
You know, for like a year. You know,
Okay.
so they blow the song up. But you don't. To me, like I didn't go on the show to win. If I
Mm.
had won, it would have been, you know, it would have been great. But I didn't go with the mindset like I'm gonna just beat all these people, and like I
Okay.
went in there because they're like crazy talented people. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's talking about 56 people out of millions of people got chose for a reason. Everybody was top notch singers, rappers. You know, nobody was somebody you could just sleep on and be like, oh, I'm better than him or her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I got you.
everybody just had their own style and their own vibe, man, and they could sing their asses off. So I knew my strengths, and I knew one of the biggest strengths is coming from a place like the Virgin Islands where we're a melting pot. There's so much unknown about the Virgin Islands that I knew if I brought that alone
Mm.
would be like, okay, what is going on? Like I want to be a
Yeah.
part of it. And that's what happened. Like people were like, we want to
Where's the Virgin Islands at?
this is what the Virgin Islands is like every day. So um, they don't know the ins and out of the Virgin Islands. And what we portray is what they know. And you know, I gave them the best. I gave them the best of what we got to offer. You know.
Yeah. So how did you think your performance went? Did you mentally think maybe you made a mistake somewhere and you had to clean it up real quick, or it just went flawlessly?
Oh man, you know it's funny because we rehearsed it right like 5 times. We had 5 different rehearsals. I mean
Okay.
like full on
Yeah.
rehearsal, you know, and they were so in love with my performance that the big guy, like he's like a big man. His name is Krister.
Mm.
On my last run, um, they called me to the back room where they're doing the production stuff, and they have like all the heads of the American Song Contest in there, and he's like, I gotta shake your hand, man. He's from Europe, so mate,
Okay.
I have to shake your hand, mate. My God, this is the best performance I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, this man was like, because they based this thing off of Eurovision. Eurovision's been around for like 60 years. And it's the biggest thing in Europe. They got like over 200 million people watching it.
Okay.
And those same people now are watching this American Song Contest because it's a branch of the brand.
Okay.
So this guy, he's been behind the scenes at the Eurovision for years doing it. So when he saw my performance, I was like, are you kidding me? He said, mate, I'm telling you, this is better than Eurovision. This is probably gonna get mad. If he sees this, he's probably gonna be like, why the hell did he say that? But yeah, he was like, yo, this performance was amazing. I was struck, man. We were sitting there watching the reruns, and then they came to me and they were like, we're gonna have you in a special segment in the show, and we're gonna pre-record you, and everyone else is gonna be like, live recording. So they had loved it so much that they wanted to pre-record it and like tease it throughout the show so that people get hyped for that performance. And man, when I came on, I thought because I had to do the pre-recording, I had to do my rehearsal and my live back to back, right? So my rehearsal was on stage with the crowd there.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, so like it got my adrenaline started to pump because I wasn't expecting the crowd to be there for my rehearsal. Because now all of my rehearsals have been just like dry rehearsals. There's nobody besides the staff in there.
Okay.
Now you have a crowd of like, 1,000 people and they want to get it entertained. So I'm like, damn, I gotta go 100% my rehearsal.
Yeah. Even in rehearsal, you got to go 100%.
Yeah. So they gave me like 5 minutes to breathe. It was like, okay, going live. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I was like, everybody is like chilling, but I didn't say anything. I said to myself, son, I've been doing this a long time, man. You got to just get up there.
Perform.
Yeah, just hit a home run, but I went up and because the adrenaline was pumping so much, the performance was a lot more energetic than the original performance. The original performance was a lot more smoother.
Okay.
Everything was more in control. The second, because the adrenaline was pumping so much from the get-go, I was just like up and bouncing. I think I have forgot like one part of the choreography. But because because I've been doing it for so long, the instinct to just like catch myself, and it didn't look like I missed a step. And I came off the stage like, I missed this step. Did you guys catch my spin? Did this? I was biting my nails like shit. I messed it up, and then they were like, "No, you were great. You were perfect."
Okay.
Went to the so I was like, "Man, I'm sorry. If it didn't come out." He's like, "What are you talking about? You were wonderful." I watched the back. I was like, "Oh shit, I killed it."
Pretty damn good, yeah. How do you get into this contest? I mean, did you have to send some recordings of yourself singing and that kind of thing, or how does that work?
No, well, actually, if you're a celebrity, like a celebrity act, because they consider like myself and like I would be a current celebrity, and then they have like Macy Gray, Cisco, who are like the legendary celebrities. So like us, because I got a lot of followers, especially on Twitter. I got not Twitter on Instagram. I got like 600,000 followers. And then I got, millions of views on my videos and stuff. So they found me. And they sent me an email and they were like, yo, we want you on the show and da 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 da. And, at first I was skeptical about it because I'm not really into like competition reality shows. I I didn't want to feel like an amateur because I'm way past that point.
Okay.
But they were like, nah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be you and other celebrities, and I started to learn that Cisco was gonna be on there, and Michael Bolton. So I was like, shoot, like, this is
Good opportunity.
this is
Yeah.
primetime TV. So
were these guys like judging the show, or what was their role in this?
who's that?
The names that you just mentioned, like Macy Gray and these, were they judging the show, or what was it?
Macy, I competed against Macy Gray.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I got you.
It was in my round, and we competed head to head. So
okay. So you got a chance to meet some hitters too.
oh yeah, man, yeah. Snoop Dogg, Kelly Clarkson. Had Snoop. Snoop was picking up the Virgin Islands, and like I said, it was a once in a lifetime, experience.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's the biggest thing I've ever done. I've done some big stuff. I've been on big stages, and I'm going to be on bigger stages. But this is definitely because it was surrounded around the fact of representing the Virgin Islands. That in itself felt like it was just like history in the making, because a lot of people just don't know about the Virgin Islands, man. And,
yeah.
We're still like in the baby stages of building that tourism brand, like the big, islands, and people, have millions of people and crazy tourist attractions, So
yeah,
it was a shell shock for a lot of people to see the Mokojumbis and to know that we have Carnival, to know that we have such a diverse culture of Caribbean and Latin people, and so many Americans that live here. So it was a culture shock for the U.S. and for Europe, man, for the whole world.
Yeah. So was the show done in Europe, or was it done here in the States?
No, it was done in California.
Done in California. Okay, I got you. So
but it felt like, when you look online, you would think it felt like we were in Europe, because the European fans, like I said, they support the Eurovision over there. They were supporting this show heavy as well. So a lot of the responses were overseas, and some of them you couldn't even see it because it's geo-blocked. So they got to see it like way after, and you can't really even see all of the fans. There's millions and millions of people who saw this.
So how big was the audience in the theater, or I mean,
it was about five. Well, it depends on the day. Some days more people come, some days have less. But for our show, it was packed.
Okay.
It was close to like probably 800 people in there.
Okay. Oh, so it's a show that's done over several days.
Yeah. This is going on for 8 weeks.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, I thought it was just kind of like a one night thing.
No. It's like there's the first 5 rounds is considered like the first round, but it's 56 artists, because we're representing 56 states and territories, including Washington. So they have the first 5 days, which have like 12 artists on each one, 10 to 12, and then there's like the semifinals, and then there's the final. So the semifinals is like 2 days, then the finals is the last day.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was just a one day thing, but I guess with that many artists, and I guess there's rounds, I guess it'd have to be stretched out over a few days.
Yeah, they stretch it out for well, it's 8 days of shows, but 8 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. So you mentioned too that you mentioned the fact that I guess you're looking forward to bigger events.
Yeah.
So what would you consider be bigger?
Like I said, the Grammys. We're trying to get a Grammy nomination with this album that we're gonna drop. That's one of the biggest stages in music. You jump on the Grammys. You you win a Grammy, you made it, man. You know,
You're at the top. You're at the very top. Yeah. So let's talk about the song that you did. It's Celebrado.
Celebrando, yeah.
Celebrando. So did you write this song just for this performance, or this something you had just kind of stashed away there?
Yeah, so they like the song. My original song that I submitted was like a dancehall reggaeton kind of vibe, like a jazzy kind of smooth pace.
Okay.
And they liked it. They loved it, and they wanted to use it. But then they wanted to touch it up, and I was like, touch it up how?
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? And then they were like, and the song is gonna belong to Atlantic Records. So Atlantic Records actually has a big part to do with the whole show.
Okay.
Like any artist that you really see on the show is an artist that Atlantic Records have an eye on. Like they're looking
Okay.
at artists, they want to work with them. So
Okay.
it's beyond just a TV show and everything else. Like there's record deals were signed, and the songs were, handed over to Atlantic. So they're not just like normal, regular releases. They're, actually part of the label and part of a whole album that that consists of each artist on different,
Okay. So, so what you said that they wanted to touch it up, but I mean, like,
yeah. So
what do they want to do?
so they wanted to touch it up, and I already knew what that meant. That was like, they're gonna make it more appealing to the American crowd.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want it to be appealing to the American crowd because it was already a hit.
Okay.
And when I make music because I've traveled around the world so much that I can say I know what each region likes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't ever release something that is just, you know, you know, the norm. It has to be like pertaining to a region. Like, okay, I'm going to make a reggaeton because this region likes to listen to that. Or I'm going to make a calypso song because this region likes that. So it already had its vibe for wherever it was supposed to be released at. I didn't want to. So I said, you know what? Let's start from scratch. And I was happy I did it because the guy that actually produced that song and his team, they're responsible for all of the big soundtracks. That you hear, that you see in the movies, from back to Chip, the Alvin and the Chipmunks, SpongeBob SquarePants. They're Fast and the Furious. Like they've done stuff for everybody. Shakira, So I was happy. I was like, man, this is another check off of the bucket list. Get a beat from this guy, and that's what we did. So he created that, and then he sent me it. We actually worked on like 4 to 5 different songs. That was one of them, and I wrote the song in about I came up with the idea for the song in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I freestyled a lot of it, especially like the dancehall parts, because it's just I've done Caribbean music for so long that the freestyle is better than the sitting down trying to write something.
Write a piece or something for it, yeah.
Yeah, so everything else, like the hook, was carefully thought out. Where to place certain lyrics, and then when I sent it over to them, they fell in love with it, and then they added their twist to it to make it a little more appealing to the American crowd. So changed around some of the lyrics, but the melodies and I would say about 80% of the lyrics are all mine. But yeah, they just altered like little things here and there just to make it, a little more appealing.
Okay.
There's a funny thing about it, right? So I made the song very quick, and instantly everybody fell in love with it, and they could not shake the song, and I was not convinced by the song.
Okay.
I was like, I wrote that song, that was a one shot. and you're trying to tell me that it's just this mega hit and all of you like it? Like, are you bullshitting me? You know what I mean? And they're like, nah, this is a hit. This is a hit. So my manager's like, dude, you've been making hits. Like, it's in you. Even if you wrote it in 5 minutes and it ended up becoming a hit, what's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, listening to them, and then they sent it to Atlantic, to the big guys, and then they approved it. And then I was like, yo, what I told you guys, I wasn't ready to make a decision on the song. And yeah, they loved it so much that they just pulled it through to make sure that it worked, and like I said, people loved it, man.
Yeah.
And it helped to bring out the staging. The staging would have not been the same if it was a different song. And that song called for what you saw on TV with the hat, the dance moves, the spinning, that funk, Caribbean funk is what I call it. It's like a Caribbean funk element.
Okay.
Where I could have grabbed a little bit of Bruno Mars, a little bit of James Brown, and then you throw in some, some Latin aspects to it with some Caribbean, Shaggy, and different vibes. And you make like this melting pot, performance. And that's what people saw, and that's what they liked.
That's what they liked, yeah.
Yeah, so if I dressed like this, baseball cap and stuff, I don't think it would have had the same effect.
Yeah.
People were starstruck. They were like, wow, I've never seen nothing like that.
So you obviously had a wardrobe coordinator and just and those types to get you sort of ready for that.
Yeah. So we had a whole team of people just holding our bags, dressing us. The whole 9 yards, man.
I can dress myself. I got it. I can dress myself.
Yeah. We had the whole shebang, man. It was amazing experience. Like I said, I've been in showbiz for a while, and you get used to stuff like that. But this was like this was over the top. This was like every single thing was on point.
Yeah.
Your days planned out. Your meals, everything.
Yeah. Serious production. All right, man. Rock, we're gonna play this song, man.
All
right. You want to introduce it real quick?
Yeah. So this is Celebrando by me, Cruz Rock, and this is a song that you heard on the American Song Contest. And look out for that music video. It's coming soon. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. Cruz Rock is in the studio with us tonight, and we'll be right back. Just take a listen, and we'll be right back.
Worldwide, roca, baila mami, baila. Esta noche estamos celebrando. Baila mami, baila. Toda la noche estaremos bailando. In my private desert, the way that she moves it makes me go loco. Baby, you the answer. My body, your body, all over that dance floor. And we gon' party all night. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Yeah, toda la noche, baby. Yalla wine, for me, yalla wine. Week and night, we no waste time. Make your mind, wanna make your mind. Move all night till you see that sunshine. Bebiendo y bailando. We're just way too hot to let go. Baila, mami, baila. Esta noche estamos celebrando. Baila, mami, baila. Toda la noche estaremos bailando. In a private desert, the way that she moves it makes me go loco. Baby, you the answer. My body, your body, all over that dance floor. Toda la noche estaremos bailando. My body, your body, all over that dance floor. And we gon' party all night. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Yeah, toda la noche, baby. I no lie, girl, you're too fine. Shape and design, body one of a kind. Make your mind, wanna make your mind. I look in at your eyes, show me all of the signs. bebiendo y bailando. We're just way too hot to handle. Yeah. Baila, mami, baila. Esta noche estamos celebrando. Baila, mami, baila. Toda la noche estaremos bailando. In my private desert, the way she moves it makes me go loco. Baby, you the answer. I want my body all over that dance floor. Toda la noche estaremos bailando. Body all over that dance floor.
All right. We are back. Our guest tonight is Cruz Rock. I like that song, man. It's got a kind of a nice bumbly feel. Was the crowd rocking with that song when you were doing it?
Party all night, man. I had that crowd going crazy, man.
All right, man. Our guest tonight is Cruz Rock, doing big things, man. So you mentioned another name too that I think that you did a song with, which was Beanie Man. How recent was that song? Is that pretty recent, like during COVID or before COVID, or?
Oh, the Beanie Man?
Yeah.
Oh, that came out like a year ago.
Okay, so that was definitely during COVID. So how'd you link up with him?
Beanie Man, man, I had made this song, and we were using one of the old school beats from back in the days. It's called a buyout rhythm, and I ended up using like some of his parts in his song that he had, which was called Miss LAP, and we were all hyped about it. It was like, man, this is dope. We will be sick to get Beanie Man on this, and we got a link to him, and my manager Johnny, my co-producer, I should say, Johnny, he knew he has done music with Beanie and Bounty and all these guys in Jamaica. So he had some links, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna hit him up, let's see what happens. And he heard the song, and instantly he fell in love with it. He was like, man, I gotta jump on this. So he jumped on it, and it was COVID around that time. He had just lost his mom.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was around like the same time when I went to Jamaica and filmed that music video.
Oh, okay. So you got a video for the song too? Okay.
Yeah. There's a video. I think there's like 2 different uploads. One has several million views, and the other one is like in 100,000.
Okay.
So yeah, the video went viral, man. That video played all over the world. The song has charted in various charts around the world, and yeah, man, it's still a big hit. People.
Okay. Yeah. Let me drop that one real quick here. This is called Be Mine.
Be Mine, yeah.
Okay.
This is the sound of the world. Oh Lord, Lord, the Cruz Rock and Beanie Man. Roca. Yeah.
Ella es hermosa y loca, pero eso es lo que amo. Nunca te dejaré sola, porque chica yo te quiero. Estoy adicto, baby, necesita tu cuerpo. Estoy adicto, baby, I can't quit and I can't let go. Just know that I will always be by your side, so don't worry yourself, girl. This love we could never ever define, so let him do what I want, girl. Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine, I want you to be mine. Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine, I want you to be mine.
the type where me need for your lifetime. Come make me make your life sweet like right time. You're pretty and curvy like night time. Glow so much anybody look my blind. Still I look your way cause you are my kind. Very seductive girl with the right mind. Got a button for your work with like a fight crime. Me love you more than all, me love right.
Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine. I want you to be mine. Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine. I want you to be mine. Ella es hermosa y loca, pero eso es lo que amo. Nunca te dejaré sola, porque chica yo te quiero. Yo te quiero. Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine. I want you to be mine. Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine. I want you to be mine. Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine. I want you to be mine. Entonces, baby, dime ya tú sabes. Baby, you're fine. I want you to be mine. Johnny, Tony Kelly, and Drew.
All right. That was Cruz Rock, and that's the Be Mine. Cruz Rock and Beanie Man about a year ago dropped this tune. Another guest that I wanted to talk to you about, man, is Amara La Negra.
Yeah.
Just wanted to tell you that I love her first and foremost. Yeah, she's beautiful and entertaining. Altogether, you got a song with her. How did that all come about?
Yeah, so that like I said, those are like you kick one door down and the next door opens. So that was following the Beanie Man. I was just like, man, I'm just gonna go for it, man. I'm gonna go all the way, man. So
what do you mean? So to ask her to do a collab or something?
Yeah, just climbing a ladder, man. Just climbing.
Okay.
I was just
I
like,
got you.
I was gonna go all the way, man. Like, why stop here? I got the Beanie Man. Let's make this album memorable.
Mm.
Let's get to the American crowd, and that's what Amara was. Amara was us getting to the American crowd, especially African American people who like Caribbean music. So we tapped into her fan base, and we reached out to her. She was on the same kind of thing, she we knew her through some other people, and we got the link. I had the song. I actually created the song for Future Fambo, who's on the song. So Future Fambo is that guy that sung that song, I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. So that was him and Beanie Man.
Okay.
So him and Beanie Man are like best friends. So they hang out together. And he was a big part in getting the song done, the Be Mine song. So I was like, man, I got to do a song with Fambo and show him, my respect, and that I was grateful for that. So started working on some stuff, and I made this beat, which is the beat in the song, and it was a influence from the Dominican Republic. I go to the Dominican Republic a lot, and their type of music that they listen to is a high 120 to 140 BPM. It's like their calypso, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, their version of calypso, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like their version of their calypso stuff. So I made that beat, sent it to him. He liked it. He was in LA at the time. He voiced it, sent it back. I was like, yeah, this thing is bad, but it needs something else. It needs a girl, because you have two guys, singing girl. It needs a girl in there. So we started to think about it, and I was like, man, Amara La Negra would just be perfect. And it went from an idea to, you know, how we operate on my side is an idea straight to, yeah, pick up the phone and call.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
No kind of thoughts, no thought process whatsoever. Just like you say something and somebody's already on the phone, like, hey, got the song. Like, hey man, we gotta come up with a budget. We gotta come up with a lot of stuff, man.
But what was her response? I mean, was she like no, or let me hear it, or sure, I'll do it.
She was down when she heard the song. She was like, oh, I like that. Her manager, actually, Julian at the time, who he's on the show as well on Love and Hip Hop. He fell in love with it first, and he was the one that was a point of contact, and he automatically sent it out, to his writers, and then they started to write ideas, and then she was like, nah, I want to do my own stuff, and then we took a mixture of the writers and her stuff, and we mixed it together. I went to Miami, to where they're at the time, because I wasn't in Miami at the time. I was on tour, and I'm gonna stop into Miami, and we're gonna meet up and do the recording, and we did it. We did the recording, and then she, she's a big time celebrity, so
she is, yeah.
Gave me her list of expectations. You see this shit right here. I told them we need to come up with a budget before we make phone calls. So I was like, damn, okay. So we started, getting everything arranged and, make sure she was comfortable on set. The guy that actually did the filming, his name is Peter Noel. He's from the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Yeah, they have
the video shoot?
Yeah, he did the video.
Okay. What's his name?
His name is Peter Noel.
Peter Noel. Okay. That name sounds familiar. Okay.
Miami Film Kings is what they go by.
Okay.
I've known Pete for years, and he was just like, "Yo, I gotta do this video." Like he was on my case every day. Okay, you ready to shoot? I said, hold on. We're trying to, hold on, everybody, hold the horses. Yeah, but we finally got it done. It's COVID, and I don't even sugarcoat it, man. In COVID, you're not getting as much shows. You don't have the perks of what you had before, where you were traveling every minute, touring. Touring is like gone down. You're trying
to drop tremendously, yeah.
Yeah, so you're trying to get back on the horse, and then you got all these projects, and people that just jump on the phone like, hey, can you make this happen? Can you do this? I'm like, yeah. So we gotta get on the grind and build up the funding and get that stuff done. So
yeah. Is the touring opening back up now? I guess COVID is sort of dying down a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah, touring has opened back up. And just being in the upper echelon of the music right now, streaming is different. Everything is a lot different. Having songs with Beanie Man and Amara, so it's a lot different than when you're trying to figure it out. Like, oh shit, I gotta figure it out. But that's just a music biz, it's a constant building a brand and reinvesting money into it, and it's no different from your senators or your governors who gotta. It's just that you're running a campaign every day. You're running a campaign, so
yeah, same principles apply.
Exactly.
Especially when you're trying to, you're working with a budget. You got to get money for the budget and all this other kind of stuff. So this song is called, was it Toa Toa?
Yeah, Toa Toa, and Toa Toa means in Spanish it's like slang, right? It's for tora, like toro toro or tora tora. Like it would be like I like everything about you. So
okay, that's what it means. I like everything about you in a sense.
Yeah, so Toa Toa means like everything,
like
all of it. Like I like all. And then if you say me gusta toa toa, that means I like all of it.
Okay.
So I'm telling her like I like everything about you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you, man. So we're gonna take a quick listen to that one. All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
Ella es la bomba, sí la bomba. Ella tiene tumba, me gustas toa toa. Ah, toa toa. Mi baño ni my number, so baby venga por acá. Me gustas toa toa. So baby venga por acá. Te gusto toa toa. You want this Dominican mommy? I see you watching and I know that you want me. Come close to my body and show me what you can do if I let you rain upon it. Si tú quieres, yo me pego pa' que tú lo sientas más. Touch my body, come on closer. Yo sé que tú quieres. So baby, venga por acá. Me gustas toa toa. So baby, venga por acá. Te gusto toa toa.
Boom, 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 rock the world. Baby girl, can I get those digits? Love it to the walk and shake that legit. For fold that bump up the whole body fish. I got all glass of water to a thirsty bitch. Girl, tell me your fantasy. Now make your agent or make your auntie. Cause when me a full up your pantry, make you wind up on the pole, tickle your fancy.
So baby, venga por acá. Me gustas toa toa. So baby, venga por acá. Te gusto toa toa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Toa toa. You shape like a con la Coca-Cola. In Miami we living la vida loca. Give me sex on the beach, no piña colada. Déjame toca toca. Baila conmigo, no baila sola. Ya la bailo tú de nuevo a soca. Allá tú la sé yo hasta la lava. Yeah, so baby, venga por acá. Me gustas toa toa. So baby, venga por acá. Te gusto toa toa. I will have an affection. Come test me, baby, come test me. See, I'm dangerous, so don't play with me now. Come now or come never. I just wanna make you fall in love with me. Loving so good, boy, I'll have you begging on your knees. So baby, venga por acá. So baby, venga por acá. Te gusto toa toa. Cruz rock. Y Amara, la negra.
Future from this.
A Johnny Facts.
All right, we are back. Cruz Rock is in the studio, man. That was Toa Toa, Cruz Rock, Amera, La Negra, and Future Fambo, and John
Effects.
John Effects. Okay, all right, man. Big up for that. So as we roll on here, man. So what's next for you, man? I know you said you're working on an album. It should be out soon. So I guess you're gonna have a mixture of reggae, dancehall, a little Latin flair, a little this, a little that.
Yeah, definitely. It's predominantly a Latin album, but it has. I shouldn't say that. It's a mixture. I don't think one dominates the other, but in this case, with a lot of my other albums have been, like my first album, Temperature Rise, was dancehall. It was like everything. It was some dancehall. It was some pop, some reggae. The second one was very reggae, had a lot of reggae elements to it. And they had Vaughn on there, Midnight Band, so it was a heavily like culture album that had some Spanish in it. But this one is just like, this is like pop, but not your normal, American pop. It's like Latin Caribbean pop.
Okay.
Songs like Celebrando, Toa Toa, Be Mine. All of the songs are just like dance music, fun, bright colors, happy feeling,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm going with for this album.
Yeah. So, and as far as touring goes, where? You see Phyllis.
Yeah, big up Phyllis. What's up, Miss Mandresh?
Big up to Phyllis. So, as far as touring goes, like where you been touring at? I mean, or do you already have a tour lined up?
Yeah, so we're working on the tour dates now. I'm just doing like loose shows here and there right now. But we do have some big shows planned. That's coming up. A lot of people have been calling in. A lot of new vendors. A lot of new promoters. We got a couple of festivals coming up. Can't really talk about too much of it until everything is solid.
Okay.
But yeah, we do have a lot of stuff in Florida. So if you're in Florida, you're gonna be seeing me from Miami to Orlando.
Okay.
A lot of shows coming up there, and then we got California.
Okay.
I'll be back out in Cali for the summer, definitely. And yeah, we got some stuff coming up, man. Shows are starting to open back up. And people now. It's been like 3 years, man. 3 years since I've been on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've done some TV stuff here and there. I've done the TV show. So yeah, it's been a while through the pandemic. And before the pandemic, I was in South and Central America.
Okay.
I was doing a tour there for a couple months.
Okay.
So, yeah, pandemic definitely slowed things down, but we're gonna be on the road again.
Okay. All right. Perfect, man. I guess tonight is Cruz Rock, man. He's doing big things. As you just mentioned, he's got a new album coming out. Hopefully sometime soon, maybe over the next 2, 3, 4 months. So it's going to be touring as well over the next 2, 3, 4 months. And Cruz Rock actually has a lot of good music. I actually listened to some of the songs I had with Midnight and you did I think you did a song with Tia and some of these songs that were pre COVID and pre-hurricane that were just great songs. I still have all those songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have all those songs. Those are great songs, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. I just freak myself out sometimes because every couple of years I sound like a different artist.
Well, you're getting better. Your voice is getting stronger.
Yeah. Just, I guess when you do it for so long, the times change. The way people see music changes. So you got to keep up with the time, man. I'm one to definitely. I want to stay relevant and be a generational artist and not just be for a certain time or period or for a certain
period. Yeah, I got you. Cruz Rock, man, thanks for coming and joining us tonight, man. Blessing us with your good music, positive words, and encouragement. You got it. You got any quick advice for anybody coming up that wants to get into the singing business?
Yeah, go to school, eat your Wheaties.
You got to start there, right? I get you on that one.
No, but I have been blessed to be one of the fortunate artists to actually have a degree. To go to college for 4 or 5 years, and school is good, man. I'm not saying college is for everybody, but pay attention in school and listen to your parents, listen to people that are before you, and don't get caught up if you're an artist. If you're thinking that it's just gonna be like this easy life, like Cruz Rock wearing all these chains, and I want to wear a chain, and I want. It's a business mindset. You gotta know. You gotta go to school and study, man. You guys, when the teacher tell you something and they say, "Hey, this is good for you," or that is good for you, do it, man. Being a bad man out here or trying to prove yourself to people in the streets, it ain't gonna do it for you, man.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Definitely get you got to graduate high school. You got to listen to your parents, and then, like you just said, college isn't for everybody. You can get into a more hands-on, being a plumber, a carpenter. You know, they make decent money too, but you know, you definitely gotta
If
work hard.
if you're in the entertainment business, I'm gonna say this to the kids: don't go do something that's totally opposite from you wanting to be in entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be like me. I went to school to be an artist, so I know how to do graphics. I know how to shoot videos. I do things. I went to school to do things that help me with my dream. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's also I've worked for Shaggy. I've designed for Shaggy. I've designed for big time businesses, luggage companies, clothing lines. Now I have my own clothing line. I have my own stuff. So that's what I mean. Like you gotta. It's not just about the music. You gotta have the mindset that if the music isn't working, you have to have something that's gonna help you. But like don't be something totally opposite to where you have to use a policeman and then you're trying to be a policeman, work a 50-hour shift and do music. It's just not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. Yeah. You're not gonna have enough time to do music. You're gonna be too tired to do music.
Exactly.
I
So
got
learn a trade, learn something that's gonna help you or keep you in that realm of being around creative people.
Okay,
So
man.
Yeah.
All right, man. So here it there, Cruz Rock is live in the studio tonight. Thank you, man, brother, for coming through, blessing us with the music, man. Real quick, I just want to say that this is the It's Your Perspective talk show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have a show lined up for Wednesday and a show lined up for Thursday. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. We're also on Twitter at VI Perspective. What else we got, man? Shout out to CHS class of 1982 and all the classes of the 80s. The music tonight that you've heard on this show, on this podcast, is the owner of the music is right there. It's Cruz Rock.
Atlantic Records.
Huh?
And Atlantic Records.
And Atlantic Records. And
Yes.
Atlantic Records. Cruz Rock and Atlantic Records. Thanks for not zapping us tonight. On that note, we're out. Cruz Rock, man, be safe, be positive, be strong, and we'll definitely link up again, my boy. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we out. Peace.